Hi YouTube, Danger83 back again. Just decided to change my view for a change because it's just more comfortable me sitting on a chair, and I thought you could see a bit more of the game room. Although it's a bit of a mess and it's not going to get tidied anytime soon because I've got busy things. I've got work. I've been doing a lot of work. Got a wedding to attend next weekend, so the way we know boot is till the bank holiday Monday. And obviously I'm going to be attending a couple of events. Hopefully I'm going to be at Leeds selling with Ant Harper at Retro Games Collector. Ant, sort it out. That's the collectability affair at Leeds. And also in the last week, Matt at Kapow, he's got a channel on here, I'll add the link below. He's trying to organise, well, he is organising a gaming event in October. The date is missing me at the moment, but if you go over to his channel and his Facebook page, I'll put the link in below, and I'll obviously be talking about that more in the coming months. That's going to be local to me in Cannock, where there's going to be a few people selling. It's going to be like a mini retro revival kind of thing where there's a bit of everything. So if you're free on that date, once I look it up, then obviously if you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook, I'm pretty easy to find. There'll be information popping up about that, so that's something exciting to be involved in. Obviously Ant Harper's going to be involved with that as well, and obviously Matt, who's organising it, and it sounds really, really good. Basically it's another pickups video. I've somehow managed to get behind. I don't know how, because all I ever seem to do is pick up videos. But this is the last, I think it's the last 2 weeks worth of lot. There isn't a lot in the first little bit, and then there's quite a bit in the last bit. It's not all of what I picked up that day, because I've started going around the booters with my mate Liam, and we split what we find so we can get better deals. So this is all from it was a Thursday car boot. I remember it was a Thursday car boot. These were all I picked up from the boot sale. There's these little Mario Kart figures. Don't know where you can see it. That's obviously Bowser. Princess Peach. They're cool, you pull them back and they shoot along. Luigi. Of course Mario. Donkey Kong. And this one's just fell apart. He keeps popping out his seat, this one, so I'll just put him back in. And it's Toad. I bought those in a pot. They were £1.50 the lot, so that's what, there's 6 of them, so 25p each, if my maths not too bad. The next lot, I picked these up for, I want to say £2 each. It's the usual guy. He has, like, you know, your generic PS3, Xbox 360 stuff out, but I always ask him, you got any kart stuff? Often the usual vultures have got it before me, but they must not have been interested in this, and it's quite fitting. It's Olympics on the Sega Game Gear. The lighting's terrible now, sat this way. I'm just going to see if I can move some at a sec to help the lighting. Micro Machines, which is a massive cart for the Game Gear. Codemasters, they've often made their own variants of cards or systems. And the other one, I think I paid £1 for this one. It's one of my favourites. Super 32 in 1. I love picking these up. These, like, you know, there's probably only 8 games on there, repeated 4 times. I think I've said that in the previous video. But I pick them up because they're just different. They're not different, they're loads of Game Boy games in one, but if you're going somewhere in the car, it's cool to have. The other 2 things I picked up that day aren't gaming, but one thing I'm also very big into is obviously 80s, 90s stuff. Is films, like John Carpenter just sums up the late 70s, early 80s, well, through the 80s films for me. And I love all the sorts of B movies like Bad Taste, stuff like that. It's just an era of film that's no longer about. And when I saw these in a charity shop, they were £4 each, which is more than I'd pay for anything in a charity shop. But when I looked up on eBay, they're like £15 each. And they're in mint condition and they're Blu-rays. And it's Toxic Avenger. Obviously I remember the cartoon as a kid, Toxic Crusaders, but these are the old 80s, 90s B movies. So I paid £8 for them too, which I'm quite pleased at, and I will get round to watching them. So that was everything I picked up, I think, on that Thursday. You might just be able to see out the corner of your eye. This is my boot sale bag. It's like a sports bag, which I originally bought to use for football, and then I had to buy a new one for football because I use this one for boot sales. I like to carry a bag that goes over my shoulder so I can put stuff in and I can still touch and look at everything at the boot sale. You know, my hands are free, because when I early used to start doing it, I used to just have carrier bags and you have to put them down, pick them back up. So now I have this bag I chuck over my shoulder. I'll try and show you everything that I've got in this one deal, but I can't show everything because Liam got some of it. First is the Commodore 64. This is not the model I had. We used to have the bread bins, but we wanted £10 for this, but it worked out that I got it for free, and I'll explain how I got it for free. Then what else was there? He was also selling for £3 each Mega Drive games, which I was always going to pick them up at £3 each, and these are in beautiful condition, all complete with manual. I'm not going to flick them open and show, but they are mint condition. I've got the Lion King, which is a game I ain't got. I'm not too sure if I've got this one, but I know I've got 1 and 2. I picked it up anyway. Mega Games 3. Sonic 3, which I know I've got, but it's complete with manual, and for £3 next time I do a sale, I'll be able to cut someone a better deal than what probably everyone else does. Agassi Tennis, which I ain't got. I've got Sampras, but not Agassi. And Mega Games 2. So if you're following, the same bloke was selling the Commodore 64 for 10. These were £3 each, so we're up to 25 quid so far. Then I saw that he got a couple of PS2 titles I was interested in. These were also £3 each. Dragon Ball Z, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. 1 and 2 of it, whatever it is, I can't pronounce it. I'm not sure if I got these because there's 2 different series of the Dragon Ball Z on the PS2. So what we're up to now, that's £31. So we're up to £31, £10 for the Commodore, £15 for the Mega Drive games, and then £6 for the 2 PS2 games. Well, plus that, Liam also had 3 Mega Drive games, and I believe he had 2 or maybe 3 PlayStation 2 games, and I couldn't do the maths quick enough, and the bloke said he wanted 30 quid for the lot. That was just the games, when we was asking about the games, and I said, well, if you throw in the Commodore 64 we'll have it for 30, and he was like, yeah. And then when I was doing the maths when I got back, I was thinking I've pretty much got that Commodore 64 for free, so that was a bonus. It's always worth bartering, especially early in the morning. Sometimes BS baffles brains, you know what I mean? People can't contemplate too early in the morning. What else did I pick up? These are all from the same boot sale. These games were all £1 or 50p each. I'll try and tell if I remember. PS2 titles mainly. Fruit Machine Mania. I didn't know there was even a Fruit Machine game on the PS2. I remember playing them on the old home computers, but this is pretty cool. This is one I hadn't seen before, and I picked it up because it looks really, really good. Activision Anthology on the PS2. Again, really immaculate condition. I've since been told via my Instagram, I think it was Adam Layton, who's from Tubby Tubers, that this is quite an expensive game, and I've looked it up and he's right. Blood Will Tell, I paid £1, so that was a great buy. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, I'm not sure if I've got that, but I picked it up anyway for £1. Bard's Tale and Virtua Tennis 2. Now some of these were in a deal where it was 6 for £1, so like me and Liam split them, so it worked out less than 20p each. So I'm knocking everything over. I picked this up, Made Man. I think that was £1. It was a game I hadn't seen before. I think it's Mafia based. I think this was definitely part of the 6 for £1. The Dukes of Hazzards. These I picked up on the Thursday, I remember, from a charity shop. Those were £1 each. It was Primeval and Soldiers of Fortune Gold Edition. I don't remember there ever being a different edition, but this was one I hadn't seen before as well. This was 50p, it was on the table. It's Tekken on the PlayStation 1, but it's like in this card case. It's really nice, really good condition. 50p. I mean, that's a bargain if I've ever seen one, so I picked that up. And he got the bonus that inside he got the manual and the cover to Tekken 2. I picked up I think I paid 50p for Jumanji, which I didn't even know was out on the PS2. And I picked this one C64 game up for 50p, I think it was 50p. F-15 Strike Eagle. I think I've had a variant of that before for the Amiga. And the only other game I picked up this again was from the charity shop where I got the Toxic Avengers Blu-rays from. International Track and Field, and it was £1. It's the Platinum Edition, but I've spoken about this game before when I used to play it with my brother, holding the controllers and doing all that sort of business. So that's me up to date with obviously everything I've picked up. I'm going to be testing out some Xboxes later today because I've got about 4 Xboxes knocking around my room. I know some have been modded in some ways and some haven't. So there's a good chance I'll be testing them and hopefully videoing some game footage. I really need to get around to doing some game footage, but it seems life's been hectic, as I say. Like, I'm trying to do one of these events a month. I didn't intend on doing it when I started doing it, but it seems like as I've done one, I've had people messaging me saying, do you want to attend our event? And it's a nice thing to do. It's a good way of having an excuse to attend it, if you know what I mean. If any of you follow me on Facebook, you'll see today I've shared a picture from this day last year when I won an auction full of retro gaming stuff, and that's kind of why I had to start selling stuff, because there's no need for me to have 200 controllers, you know what I mean. I don't need that many, but I did take out a lot of good stuff from that auction. So as I say, hopefully I'll be attending Leeds Collectabilia with Ant Harper. I'll definitely attending, it's called the Retro Station. It's going to be at Cannock. It's, as I say, it's Matt Kapow's Kapow Music and Gaming channel, something like that. I'll put the link below. I'm terrible with names. I'll put the link below. I'll definitely 100% attending our event. I'm really excited about that. Hopefully I'll be getting some stuff that I can send out. I've been commenting on Facebook and link people. I'll be doing the same on Twitter. And maybe, hopefully Revival are going to be having another event in November. They usually do. I want to be involved with that because I really enjoyed myself at Revival last month. And I'll maybe be going back to Barnsley in December. I'm undecided yet. I want to see if there's much more advertising done. I know James has just shared his video today, a video around the event, and it looked very much like the Marie Celeste, I'm afraid. But I'll give him guy a second chance. I think it was just a lot of naivety. So I may be going back there in December. So that's everything that I'm up to. I'm quite busy at the moment, but obviously I do like to try and get videos out for you guys, and I'd like to do some video responses. So if any of you have done a video and I've not noticed and you need a video response, comment below. I'll try and do it. I do want to try and be as active as I can. But obviously it's when I've got time. I only do these videos when I'm in the house on my own, because I can guarantee if I didn't, someone will come walking in telling me something that I have no interest in and interrupt my video, and it'll annoy me. So other than that, as always, like, comment and subscribe my videos. Thanks for watching as always. Might go and have a game of Uno, because like, you know, that seems to be the in thing to do. With, like, you know, Woodland 37 doing Uno streams every 2 hours. I might actually buy the pack of cards. I'll keep it proper retro, and we'll have a game of cards on my table here. But seriously, if you do get a chance, go and watch his streams. If not for the game of Uno, which the graphics are top draw, but for the banter, it's what it's really about with Carl's streams. Is I do like the banter. When I say banter, it's him taking the mick out of me and me taking the mick out of him. But I don't want my cat on the lead. So anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ra for now.